When YouTubers try to warn their audience.
From Markiplier warning his audience about the massive honey scam 6 years ahead of time,
there's some shady shit going on. I can't put my finger upon it.
to Jacksepticeye's brutally honest warning.
Do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Here are 8 times YouTubers tried to warn their audience, starting with Markiplier, who spent a few minutes during a 2019 stream to vent about a product that every YouTuber except him was promoting.
I don't know why, but I naturally distrust honey.
With honey being a free browser extension promising to help people save money, Markiplier went on to explain his doubts about it.
My gut tells me that nothing in life is free. So where's all these savings coming from? They push so much advertising on YouTube. They do brand deals with other YouTubers.
Despite admitting that
For every product that exists, you should ask, well, where's the money coming from? A lot of times that's pretty easy. You give them money, they give you a product. But sometimes when it comes to honey, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc., money is coming from somewhere. Is it from advertisements because you are being advertised to? Is it from sponsorships? So it's like a free event, but it's sponsored by, I think Kroger does a lot of sponsorships. Just assume that everything is done for money. You just have to figure out where that money is coming from to decide if it's actually something that's good.
honey might turn out to be fine, Mark couldn't bring himself to trust it.
I got no problem with like the concept of an app that like clips coupon codes for you. That's great. That sounds great on its surface.
But there's some shady shit going on. People are getting money out of it, and then people are saving money out of it, and that makes sense, but the other part doesn't make sense, and then something's going on here. Where's all this money coming from?
Capping it off with a bold prediction.
I have a feeling there's gonna, in like a couple years, there's gonna be the great honey conspiracy of like 2022.
This would become eerily accurate in 2025, with tech reviewer Megalag being the first YouTuber to expose the ugly truth.
Honey is a scam, and the majority of claims promoted by those influencers aren't even remotely true.
The scam affected both the user.
To be fair, the way he said it made it sound like the influencers were bad for having promoted it. The influencers, I think, were not only just as tricked as everybody else, but they were also scammed too, because Honey was taking their affiliate commission by just swapping it out, even though they had no coupon code. So everyone lost here, except the founders of Honey, who got like a $4 billion buyout from PayPal or something and just got off scot-free as sent to millionaires for the rest of their lives.
And the content creator. The user would always get the worst possible discounts, while the creators would lose affiliate revenue to Honey. Once Megalag spoke out, other YouTubers stepped forward too, including tech reviewer Marcus Brownlee, who would also explain the scam and credit Mark for getting it right all along.
And there was a hilarious clip of Markiplier from like 4 years ago being very suspicious of them.
Mark admitted that while he knew something was wrong, the extent of the scam still shocked him.
I just knew that it didn't feel right. I never took a honey deal because I didn't trust it.
Can we just appreciate the integrity that Mark has? The amount of money Honey stood to gain by stealing affiliate commissions is probably in the hundreds of millions of dollars, so it makes sense that they would then pay YouTubers tens of millions of dollars at least to promote it. Presumably, Mark was offered hundreds of thousands of dollars in sponsorship deals from Honey that he just absolutely refused to take. Contrast that with someone like Mr. Beast, who is more than happy to every year take TurboTax advertisements, despite the fact that TurboTax is an extraordinarily shady company that does all sorts of stuff that should be illegal but isn't.
And holy shit, it was so much worse than I ever could have imagined.
Markiplier has every reason to feel smug about his prediction, much like PewDiePie, who was the first YouTuber to warn about the dark side of Ryan's world.
It's kind of like seeing child stars on television, because you know, like, their parents are literally forcing them to do it. And it's just something sad about it.
He would make this comment,
but I think a lot of people knew that Ryan's World was a bad idea. Anytime you look at a kid that is being exploited by their parents for money, it's so sad. I think anybody with a brain, or at least anyone that was a parent or an adult, looked at that and thought, wow, that's awful. I think Lil Tay is another outstanding example. She was like 8 or 9 years old, calling people broke bitches on her Instagram because her parents were pushing her to do it because it got so much money from all the attention. And if you look at her now, on the day that she turned 18, she started an OnlyFans account. And it's so messed up how parents will exploit their kids for money. And I think probably one of the most famous works about it is this I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, talking about how abusive her mom was in pushing her towards child actor stardom because of how much money that it made her. It's just so sad when parents see their kids and only see dollar signs instead of a human being that is developing poorly and that you are going to negatively impact for the rest of their lives because you want money.
It's just something sad about it.
He would make this comment on January 3rd, 2017, when he sat down to react to an article making a bold claim.
What if this 5-year-old threatens to dethrone YouTube King PewDiePie over my goddamn dead body.
Pewds would go on to review this up-and-coming channel, only to be left thoroughly unimpressed. But it wasn't just the content that left a bad taste in his mouth.
Who will you hatch?
See, she doesn't even let him finish. He was clearly about to say something there.
Besides the pattern of parental manipulation, Pewds noticed another odd thing about Ryan's channel.
Have you ever seen a video with 11 million views and 9,000 likes? Please direct me to that video, because it doesn't exist. These are not real people. These are not real views.
PewDiePie would end his rant with a funny skit that would end up being scarily close to the reality of most child YouTubers.
Can you do it again, baby? But can you do it with more energy?
More energy?
Yeah, hey, here's a Red Bull, okay? Mommy needs some dollars, so you need to look happy.
Do you remember that viral video forever ago where the mom is telling the kid to cry for the YouTube thumbnail because the dog died, and the kid's like, no, I'm actually sad, and the mom's like, I know, cry for the thumbnail. Let me see if I can find that. Shout out Penguin0 for talking about every YouTube controversy ever.
Link in the description below so you can check that out. That's some good old wholesome family fun.
Can't wait for her to bring her home and be part of our family. Put your head right here. Almost pray for us. We appreciate it. I love you guys. Bye. Come here. Come closer for the video. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Put your head right here. Come closer. Closer down. Put your head down here. Act like you're crying. Really quick. I am crying.
I'm laughing because of how just sad and pathetic this is that she's exploiting her child's tumultuous emotions for this moment. This is when their dog died, I believe.
Go like this. No, Mom, I'm actually seriously crying. No, I know, but go like this for the video.
Oh my gosh, it's so disgusting. And these are the kinds of parents that will ruin their kids because their kids grow up with this as their influence. There's no way that kid turns out happy or healthy or well-adjusted. These are the kinds of people that grow up and listen to Morgan Wallen. It's just depressing.
8 years later, Ryan's channel has come under intense scrutiny for parental exploitation and shady business practices, ultimately proving Pewds right. But while PewDiePie didn't personally know Ryan, controversial YouTuber Woah would give a chilling warning about someone she knew very well. Woah, real name Victoria Rose, first rose to fame in 2017 after using racial slurs and claiming to be black.
I took the test and they said I'm black. That means I have the right to tell y'all that I'm black.
But it became pretty clear that Vicky was just building a persona to chase clout, much like fellow flexer Lil Tay.
I dropped 200 racks on this car and I'm only 9 years old.
Vicky and Tay's paths would cross due to Vicky's feud with another controversial teen, Bad Baby, aka the Cash Me Outside girl.
If you are an adult and you have beef with a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old, you have got to get help. You should not be allowed outside. You should be in a psych ward with 4 nice padded walls and nice, kind people that give you pills every day. That is absurd to have feud with teenagers. Less than teenagers. These are preteens. Get your life together if you're feuding with 9-year-olds on the internet.
My blood sister. You feel what I'm saying? These broke ass bitches.
Bad Baby is a bitch.
But on June 29th, 2018, Vicky would make a surprisingly serious video after she discovered the concerning truth about her friend.
Lil Tay is a little girl, a 10-year-old girl who came from Canada, who plays ballet. You know what I'm saying? She don't know nothing about no rappers. She don't know nothing about flexing. It's her brother that runs her account.
Going on to explain why this was so bothersome.
She's really a good person. Like, it's just her brother in her ear telling her what to do.
Wasn't it the whole family? I want to say the dad and or uncle was also involved, and the brother was like less involved than the other people were. Also, for anyone curious, Woah is 25 right now. She was born in the year 2000, which means when all this controversy went down, she was 18 years old, and she's saying her friend Lil Tay, who was 9. If you're an 18-year-old and you are friends with a 9-year-old, we should check your hard drive.
Started yelling at her and was like, why'd you do that? You did it wrong, da-da-da-da-da. And then she started crying because, like, she's 10 years old. She doesn't know how to handle all that.
Fans were quick to appreciate Vicky's rare moment of maturity. Her warning highlighted the exploitation in Tay's life, leading to more people exposing the truth about Tay's family and eventually allowing Lil Tay to live her own happy life. By exposing Tay's brother, Vicky's video became her most popular one to date, much like YouTuber Polydactyl, who exposed primitive technology.
I mean, sort of. The whole Lil Tay is trapped drama then led to them dropping a Lil Tay meme token, which was then rug pulled. So it sort of went on to let her live her own life, but in order to do that, they went through one last rug pull. And I think right now she's not really living her own life. She's still an internet personality that I believe is doing OnlyFans.
Technology channels in his most viewed video ever.
Just like Santa Claus and the Queen of England, primitive technology channels are a lie.
backing his claim by pointing out inconsistencies with primitive tech videos.
This dude is using a stick to carve out this giant hole, which leaves very small marks in the dirt. And if you look above, you see these really big, wide marks. Something that a shovel would make.
Hot take, if you didn't know that most of these primitive technology channels were fake, either you weren't looking very hard or you didn't care. There's no issue if you were like, it's just entertainment. I watch reality TV because it's entertaining and I don't care that it's fake. That's fine. If you just like people building stuff because it's soothing ASMR style content, that is great. I'm happy for you. But so many of these, it was unbelievably obvious that there's no world in which one singular human by themselves with mud and sticks would be able to build this.
He then points out the evident excavator tread marks in the video, further proving the use of machinery behind the scenes. But that wasn't all, as the inconsistencies with nature kept adding up.
What's this? He's splitting bamboo with a hatchet? Hatchets do not pop up in nature, alright? Have you ever seen a field of hatchets? Me neither.
Putting the final nail in the coffin by highlighting the scheme behind these channels.
Either like the village or some company came in, they hired a team, and just every once in a while, they said, hey, stop working, we're gonna have this dude come out and hit it with a stick a couple times.
Since then, many YouTubers have
like, if you thought that a man with a stick and mud and maybe a little bit of cement managed to build this without the help of any heavy machinery over the course of like the few days that the filming takes, I mean, obviously you weren't thinking about it that hard. There's no world in which this is possible. It does not pass the sniff test, which just means that it smells funny. It's like how you look at someone who's super jacked on social media who claims to be natty. Yeah, but just by what I'm seeing, that doesn't appear to be true.
Exposed the truth about primitive technology channels in recent years, prompting people to appreciate Polly. Now, while Polydactyl can gloat about being right, the Sidemen can pat themselves on the back after warning their fans of a scam. In 2025, the Sidemen charity football match was taking place in Wembley, featuring popular YouTubers like Kai Cenat and Logan Paul, causing the tickets to be in hot demand. But in the months leading up to their event, the group became aware of a disturbing activity. Bots and fake accounts are claiming to sell charity match tickets. These are most likely scams. People were grateful for the timely announcement. Surprisingly, this wasn't the first time the Sidemen had to deal with ticket trouble around their annual event, with the 2024 edition affected as well.
We check on eBay, people are reselling.
I really dislike the fact that people have thought, there's a charity event, let me go and buy a ticket
disgusting.
so I can sell it to make 10 times the price of the ticket for myself.
Among the many stars who took to the field in 2025 was Mr. Beast, who had been the subject of a warning by YouTuber Jacksepticeye.
I mean, I feel like that's not them warning them about any specific thing. That one almost feels like it doesn't belong, because it wasn't really anything special. It was just, hey, don't get scammed off of charity tickets. I mean, that's just kind of a common human decency thing, as opposed to they warned their audience about some big impending thing. There was no one in danger or anything.
I think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube.
Yes.
Before getting this question during a lie detector test, Jack would be asked by Tommy Innit about his thoughts on YouTube.
Would you say YouTube's changed for the worse?
Yes.
Leading to a follow-up question that revealed a shocking confession from Jack.
Do you like Mr. Beast? No.
Jack, do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
When asked about his reasoning, Jack didn't hold back.
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
The clip went viral, prompting Mr. Beast to hit back with a response on X. Most of the internet sympathized with Mr. Beast, with some even questioning Jack's motives. But while Jack didn't respond, his words would loom large a few months later as Mr. Beast faced one controversy after another. From YouTube medical expert Dr. Mike criticizing Lunchly.
I usually don't make videos discussing creators' products, but when terms like healthier or better for you get tossed around, I feel it's important to set the record straight.
To allegations around the danger.
I think Dr. Mike had one of the most mature takes on this whole situation. He didn't attack Mr. Beast once, rather just went after the packaging and branding of the product that they were selling and marketing to kids.
Dangerous conditions in the Beast games.
Over a dozen people who participated in the first installment of Beast games said that they had not received adequate food or medical care, and that some competitors had suffered injuries from the physical challenges.
The internet has started digging into the problems with Jimmy's content, giving even more weight to Jack's warning. However, Jacksepticeye isn't the only one to have been wary of Mr. Beast, with British content creator Chris Broad also taking digs at the world's biggest YouTuber for his association with Logan Paul.
It's very strange. Like, how could Mr. Beast, a guy who is famed for being a genius, who mastered the algorithm...
I don't think anyone thinks Mr. Beast is a genius, right? Like, maybe he's a genius as far as specifically YouTube goes and retaining people's attention for videos, but I don't think anyone's like, oh yeah, he would score 140 and be invited to the Mensa Society.
How could he not calculate that partnering with such a man would be anything other than a shit idea?
Logan Paul wouldn't be spared a warning either.
And in the years since, the headlines surrounding this guy have continued to spell bad news. There's not been much in the way of a redemption arc.
Bringing it full circle with Haktua Girl.
What makes it crazy is how
bringing it full circle with Haktua Girl is a wild sentence that I never thought I would hear. I also don't know if that counts as a warning per se. If you don't like Mr. Beast and you don't like Logan Paul, then when Mr. Beast teams up with Logan Paul, obviously you're going to criticize that. But as far as exact monetary value goes, I feel like they actually made a ton of money from partnering together, right? So from their perspective, it's actually a huge success. If from our perspective, we look at someone as bad as Logan Paul, who scams his fans all the time and runs rug pulls, and think, maybe Mr. Beast shouldn't be associating with that guy.
He condensed the 5-year lifespan of a modern influencer into just like 2 or 3 months. Step 1, have a viral moment. Step 2, have a podcast. Step 3, unleash a cryptocurrency, which quickly goes wrong.
Chris doubled down on his warning, explaining why it was important to heed it for future generations.
And if the people at the top of this platform with unimaginable reach don't have a good moral compass to guide them, then we all lose for it, particularly the next generation growing up watching this, especially if they're raised on a...
Is the Talk Tua podcast still happening? I know it paused after the meme coin, but let's see, Talk Tua. No, it looks like that was the end of it. Haley Welsh tells all about the crypto incident, 20 episodes. Honestly, only lasting for 20 episodes is wild, especially when you consider how popular it was when it started. 2.8 million views on an hour-long podcast episode is absolutely crazy. And this is even more absurd because she was handed a huge platform, and as long as she didn't blow it, fame and fortune that could last her the rest of her life. And then she just threw it all away on something as trivial as a rug pull that, to be clear, she didn't even make that much money off of. Hold on, maybe I'm wrong. December 2024, the meme coin launched, including Hawk Tua fame, reached a market cap of nearly $500 million before crashing over 90% within hours. Okay, if she walked away with $490 million, maybe it was all worth it. There's not a lot of things I would do for $500 million, so maybe she gets a
diet
pass.
of lunchling. My message this Christmas is simple. Choose very carefully who you watch on YouTube.
Along with his video gaining almost 2 million views, Chris would also be praised by fans. While Chris's warning is being taken seriously by the internet, the same can't be said for American YouTuber TJ Kirk, aka The Amazing Atheist, whose warning about a Finnish gunman went unheard. On June 8, 2007, TJ filmed a rant on the infamous Columbine school shooters Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold and the people who admire them.
I want to talk about these kids.
Did he know them personally, or did he just stumble across their manifestos online and connected it back to them?
They're not just kids, there's adults too, who seem to extol Eric and Dylan here on YouTube. I'll link to all of their profiles once again.
TJ would end his rant with a chilling warning about the exact people who should be investigated.
We're always talking about warning signs, and could we have seen it coming? Well, you know what? If you want to look for warning signs, there they are. Those are your warning signs.
One of the profiles.
If you think someone's going to commit a mass shooting or at least some kind of crime of any type, and instead of actually contacting the authorities and presenting them with the evidence that you think it's going to happen, you post a YouTube video, you have not helped anyone. You have just thrown your idea into a big gaping hole that nobody cares about or listens to. You're not performing a public service by filming a video so that later you can say, look, I was right. Obviously, this is not helping anyone. You can't post it on YouTube and then think that someone from the FBI is going to find it, track down those people specifically, and then stop an incident. No, you have to actually do something. You have to actually get in contact with people that can prevent it from happening if you think it's really going to happen. Posting a video for internet clout is absurd to think that will ever change anything.
On TJ's list was Natural Selector 89, real name Pekka Erik Avinen, a Finnish teenager who would go on to unalive 7 students and his principal at a high school 5 months after TJ's warning. In the aftermath of the tragedy, TJ would express his disappointment at his warning falling on deaf ears.
You could probably tell that I'm not happy about my vindication because it was something that I warned you would happen, something that I told you.
This kind of disgusts me because now he's making it about himself. He posted a video saying something bad might happen, and then he posts a follow-up after something bad happens, and he makes it all about himself. Like, look, you should have listened to me. I was right. Like, this isn't about you. This is about school children that were gunned down in their classrooms. Obviously, something should have been done because we can see the evidence that at least one person was shouting the warning signs, but the fact that he's making it about himself is absolutely disgusting.
Be mindful of. And you didn't.
Yeah, look, he's saying like, see, I was right. You didn't do anything about it. I am this good, great deity that if only you had listened to me, I could have solved all of your problems. He is not the good guy in this situation. This makes me angry to watch.
Mindful of it, you criticize me for it.
However,
okay, no, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm so mad.
Accurate prediction would push him into a brighter spotlight, with the internet crediting him for being ahead of his time. I haven't seen this video in over 10 years, but the algorithm treated me well today. In a way, it's prophetic of the time we live in now, where mass shootings are part of the regular news cycle, making TJ's warning one of the most relevant ones of our time.
That was when YouTubers try to warn their audience. Pretty good video by Pexto. Thanks for watching.